Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with a foghorn sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Visitor sideline, Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon. His guy's a perfect 2-0 to start the year. Opposite him, the Niners' Kyle Shanahan. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And when you watch him play, all you think about is how dynamic he is. He can beat you with his arm and his legs. Threw for over 20 touchdowns for the first time since 2021. Fully healed from a knee injury a couple of seasons ago. He's got his team thinking big in 2025.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers there for Connor in last week's game. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael Williams brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Murray. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
A tough time a season ago, his team missed the playoffs for the first time in his career. But he does remain one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league. He's completed over 67% of his passes for his career. We know he's efficient. Now he wants to be spectacular and get his team back to the big game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out of the gun, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
At the 36-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Purdy from the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, up over 130 yards and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there, and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Purdy off the play fake. His pass caught at the 4. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ricky Pearsall, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan there on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. Screen pass to Connor. Fighting him off. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, good move. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now Purdy. Open man is Juwan Jennings. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the first. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
On the return, Dortch. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10. James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He's going to get this one down inside the 15. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
Purdy now to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
McCaffrey will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, McCaffrey. And this time he is in. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Raven hair and ruby lips, sparks fly from her fingertips, echoed voices in the night.
Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They run behind center with Connor. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Got his man, it's Dortch. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll toss this out right for Connor. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. Looking to put a drive together. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Back to throw, Purdy. To the right side and intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner ready for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Murray now going to do it himself. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
On the counter, it's Conner. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the gun, Murray. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get 1 more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Marte Mapu, the one to bring him down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And 9 yards to go.
Here's Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 17 yards. And the 49er first down.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Niners at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first inning crosses my mind. It certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL. He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Now here comes Dortch on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
That's good. Cardinals first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
To throw is Murray. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Cardinals first down. A gain of 12.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Murray a give. This is Conner. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard
Purdy.
line.
Pass caught by Pearson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Robinson up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Another run, this time McCaffrey. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 from the 8.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd.
Throwing here, Purdy. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. A beautiful fake. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Brings up 2nd and 14.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Second down and a little more than a yard here. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Purdy looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Purdy. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 31-yard line.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 30 on second down, Purdy. There's a short one caught by Tonjes. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., a 10-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will start with Connor. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A gain of 9 yards.
Toss play, Connor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, That's the result.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. Third and long. Back to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the fourth round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Purdy from the gun on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And they will take over first and 10. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 31, here's second down and 8.
At the 31-yard line.
Connor up the middle. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Cardinals, first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Arizona.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
It's
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
First down.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Somebody's gonna hurt someone before the night is through. Somebody's gonna come undone.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Murray now. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They run behind center with Connor. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On the handoff, Connor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down, but they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Murray now to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Ryland on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona.
To kick off for Arizona.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The 49ers settling in for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Now Purdy. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harrison. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Murray going to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken around the 12. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 24. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. That is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Here now a 3rd down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Murray again. This is Connor. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try.
Murray fighting, lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. There's Murray. Man open, here is Jones. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Partner, that's excellent timing right there. Breaking off the route and being able to hit it right when he stops.
Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now. Now Murray's got to have this one. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this down to the 35.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Cardinals.
Now Murray off play action. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get your reset. Here comes 2nd down. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's pulled in by Wilson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw is Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey McBride, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Murray now going to do it himself. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by a field goal, a little under 30 seconds remaining. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Diamador Lenore.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Purdy down to a knee, and that should be the final act of the ball game. And maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the 49ers, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Fox Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League. For NFL news and highlights, go to NFL.com.